So, welcome to episode 2. So, today, probably we might be talking on one of my favorite subjects, that is acting. We have Jureen Mahanta with us today. Thank you so much for being a part and coming down.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
So, Jureen, tell us about your story.
I'm an actor as of now, and Amit sir was my teacher. I studied mass communication, and we all had a great experience with you. So, and now after so many years, this is the first time we are meeting together. My childhood, it began in Shillong. I was born in Shillong and brought up.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright, so we have a
In
Shillong connect. Where were you born?
Yes, I was born in Nazareth Hospital.
Right, I'm from Nazareth too. I mean, I was
Is
born.
it?
Yeah, I was
Oh.
born in Nazareth. Yeah.
Okay. Which year?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, sorry.
94.
Oh,
94. You?
99.
Okay, that's cool. Mm-hmm.
I was more fun during my Shillong days.
Shillong
Then,
is always fun.
yeah, was more fun, and I had a great childhood there. But in 2004, we shifted to Guwahati. Um, and since then, I don't know, I became a more of a shy person. I am a shy person in general. That's my nature. But
Tell the audience, in fact, why did you pick up acting as a profession?
I have always wanted to be an actor since childhood. That's what believe. I Whenever I watch films, I used to imagine myself in that character. I think at that time my favorite actress was Aishwarya Rai. So because of her blue eyes and all of that, so I did is I imagined myself as Aishwarya Rai, and I used to in my imagination I used to act in the films that was my favorite. In the character that was my favorite, although Aishwarya was not there, but I placed Aishwarya in that,
Imaginary scene of
I
yours.
was always a dreamy girl, always absent minded in my own thoughts. That's what my parents, everybody say. So was in my 10th standard when I was about to go study in my 10th standard. Maybe during that time I started thinking about what should I pursue in my 11th or 12th or whatever. I That was clear that I had to choose art because I was an average student and I was bad in maths, and so at that time I thought of pursuing fashion designing because I used to sketch. I love doing fashion illustrations, and but then I was like, no, it will be a lot of study. I want to do something with camera and all. Actually, it was acting, but then I never knew that there was a subject called performing arts. You could pursue, you could do a course in National School of Drama or FTI. I had no idea, but whatever I've researched, I found a subject called mass communication where you can become an anchor and something like that. Then I have seen a few actors who were once a VJ or a television host or something like that, and then gradually they became actors after they became famous while hosting or something like that. So then I thought that maybe I could do the
Something
same
like
thing.
that.
I could go through the same path. First, I will be a VJ or an anchor, and then when I become famous, I'll gradually go for acting. So that was my plan. So that's why I chose mass communication. And then, but then during my course only I started acting.
So did you actually realize that mass comm as a subject will not take you to your career choice?
Yeah, I actually even before that I researched a lot, and I've in many websites and many articles I found that you can't be an actor studying mass communication. But still, I thought that maybe in camera if I get famous, कोई मुझे देख लेगा, and maybe things will get a little easier for me because just like models starting to becoming an actor, so कुछ
So-
था दिमाग में तो
So what gave you that break into the industry that you are into at this moment, the acting industry?
like how it all started. No, it all started with workshops. Yeah, while I was in my second semester in AIMT, one of my classmates, he asked me to join a workshop, a promotional workshop in T series. It's an acting workshop, so I was like, okay, let's see what happens there. So that was my first workshop, first acting workshop ever, and I enjoyed a lot. So and there I met I met a few of my friends, and we made a WhatsApp group. And but time to time they used to send me send in the group the workshops, theater workshops. On this day we are having this workshop, this that workshop, whatever. So yeah, slowly through contact I attended as many workshops as I can, and in this way I created a contact, and people saw my potential that yeah, I can do this. So yeah, it all, I have never done a course in FTI or NSD or any so, and from there it all started. And then I think one of my one of my friend in my workshop, he sent me an audition poster where I had to send my introduction video or something. And then I met Zahid Khan, and we worked together in a short film called Evening Gush. That was my first short film. That was my first time working as a professional. So yeah, it first started with camera and then with theater.
Right. Talking about industry, do you think the industry in or whatever experiences you have had till date, is it women friendly and safe for women?
uh, Not entirely. It is safe, but we generally have much problem with older men. Uh, like yeah, they used to take advantage of especially new actors. Not directly, but gradually they will start things. Yeah, it's I won't say it's very unsafe, but yeah, you need to be careful at some moment, at some point.
Like what sort of careful? Like, can you give us an understanding of such situations where you kind of felt creeped out? Were there any instances,
I
and
do
are
I
you
did have
comfortable?
I did have instances, but since I can't name
No, you
anyone,
don't need to name anybody,
yeah,
but
I'm figuring it out that how do I start narrating my story, or like it happened in theater as well, where one person he's my guru only. Well, it okay, just few experiences that made me feel like, oh, it's not that safe as I thought it would be. uh, a guy, a person who is a director, he called me up for an audition or something, and then he tried to touch me in an inappropriate way. And then I just after that I just left and never came back to him. So those were few instances that I have experienced. And also there are people in this industry, especially older men, who uh, who are very professional, they are very famous, but they will take advantage of you. That it's not just women who face such issue, it's also the men who can face
such issues.
casting couches or something like that. mm, because I've heard stories from a few of my friends also, that you know they did experience certain things, but people take it lightly, and
Certain things like
certain things that we are touching in inappropriate way. So
you.
all I'm trying to say is, in this industry, I'm not sure about Mumbai. I'm talking about what I have experienced in Guwahati. Is that it's not just women who are unsafe. It can be men also. So yeah, and it's not necessary that only people who are not doing as many work, they will start touching you in an inappropriate way. There at times there can also be people who are famous, who are successful, and from far away you would feel that, oh, this guy is such a good person, as the grass always looks greener on the other side. But when you start working with them, you will slowly realize that, oh, this industry is a little dirty, you know. And not just the acting industry, any anywhere you like,
I
there
think-
are all good and bad people.
See, I think when it comes to industries, we know that this particular industry has always been smeared with this particular allegation that it has always had such issues of casting couch and stuff like that. You know, where they inappropriately take advantage of. They take advantage of the female candidates
Yeah.
that they have to screen and stuff like that. So what I am wanting to know is how many times have you gone through such situations? What measures have you taken, and is there any capability or possibility of avoiding such situations?
Mm, I have had experiences with people. When I started off as an actor, had experiences where the directors are not as experienced. They boast about themselves that they have done this work, that work, but in reality they are nothing. But they will present their aura in such a way that you would believe, you would have, it would make you believe that, this guy is
Quite a thing.
quite a thing, or is a professional. And even sometimes there are also some people like who are quite famous, as I've told, that who are quite experienced, quite legendary actors or something. So they would also try to do the same thing to you. I would not get into details, but
Yes.
yeah.
Details as in what exactly happened.
A few things that happened was when I first started off as an actor. I've I have worked with a few people who are not as professional, who boast about themselves, and they make you believe that that person is quite a thing, or he's a professional or anything. And so yeah, initially they do try to touch you in an inappropriate way, or try to take advantage of you, but you would not realize it as quickly. Yeah, girls do have instances where seconds में उन लोगों को पता चल जाता है कि this guy is,
Intentions क्या है?
but still somewhere you feel like, oh, I'm overthinking about it. Maybe I'm too much, I'm new to this industry, so मुझे इतना नहीं पता. Maybe मैं ही ज़्यादा सोच रही हूँ, but that's not true. Your instances, you should listen to your instances and
Instincts.
yeah, sorry, instincts, sorry. So you should listen to your instincts, and so those were the few experiences. And
Those were the few experiences, as in, were you, like, how exactly were you touched inappropriately? I know it's a very irresponsible question to ask. ठीक है, मैं वो
Okay,
नहीं बोल रहा,
I'll-
but give us the scenario, the setting.
wait, I'll give you one instance. This one I'll be able to explain it to you, because he's not quite a famous person, so yeah. I won't name him, but once it happened that we went to his place. He's a director or producer, I don't know, whatever he is. We discussed about working together or something with my friends, and then we gave our profiles, and then he called me up and then said that, can you meet me, and we'll discuss about something, about you working in my ad films or something like that. So I just went, and he, with his words, he tried to make me uncomfortable. That he says that आजिकली तो मतलब he said in essay, so I'm saying it like आजिकली तो মানে ছোৱালীবিলাকে যে কিবা কাষ্টিং কাউচ হৈছে বা কিবা হৈছে, they try to complain. but who will listen to you, right? They won't believe in you if that person, if a famous person has done something to you. তুমি ক'লেও একো লাভ নাই, কাৰণ এনেও একো হ'বলৈ নালাগে. So why do you need to struggle and fight for yourself? You just go away from that person, right, if you don't like it. So কথাটো, he asked me something, but I forgot. With that, the conversation gradually, we talked about this casting couch and all of that, and that was his opinion that এনেকৈ কৰিলেতো কি লাভ, মানে তোমাৰ যদি দিগদাৰ পাইছা আঁতৰি গ'লে হ'ল, সেনেকুৱা আৰু. And then that conversation ended, and he asked me to take a few poses for for an ad. मतलब ऐसे ऑडिशन जैसा ही हुआ. मतलब he is trying to teach me कि एने की কৰিব লাগে, এইটো কৰিব লাগে. Then I was feeling quite bored. He was showing me some poses and all of that, and then he came closer to me. He touched my feet, and then তোমাৰ ভৰিটো চাও, এই পোজটো এনেকৈ কৰা, এনেকৈ. He was indirectly trying to touch me, but he says that নাই মই মানে তোমাক ধৰিছোঁ because I just wanted to show you the pose, সেনেকৈ আৰু. So and then yeah, he touched me quite inappropriately, but I realized later when I went back home that what just happened to me, and then I never went. And such similar things happened to me. That I worked in a feature. I was about to work in a feature film where a director, he has done nothing to me, but he has touched inappropriately or has done some casting couch with all of the female cast, but not me. I don't know for what reason. And there is one instance where I experienced similar thing with a person who is very experienced. He's very famous. Okay, and all the girls had similar experiences with that person. Yeah. So those were and later on, gradually, I came to know that it's not just women who are unsafe, it's also the men who are, sometimes has to face casting couch.
But men, nobody wants to listen to the stories of the men.
Yeah, because people take it lightly because men, it's fine.
The story you just narrated, you said he tried to inappropriately touch you, and he was touching your legs, right? So legs are,
it started with legs, and then slowly he touched everywhere. But that thing I realized later on that
right.
acha aisa one.
So it's just not the legs, he touched
not just the legs.
He touched you
ekdam matlab indirectly, ekdam lightly. He was playing safe, but then that's the reason why I later realized that this thing happened.
So how, like, when the realization struck, how did you deal with that?
I think I was like, my God, like I discussed about this with my friend, and he's male friend, and then he said that then you should not be going to him anymore. He even called me. There only he asked me that tumi ako ahibo para, and we can do the practice and all of that for your ad shoot or something. So then I discussed my experience with my friend, and then he said that okay, just leave it and don't talk to him anymore. That's it. And then I just forgot about it.
And then he moved on.
I moved on. I move on easily.
You move on easily. All right. That is again an interesting revelation. What do you mean by you move on easily?
Because that was just a small instance that happened to me. That that maybe was helpful for me to be careful in my future. So I had this thought in my mind that okay, this thing has happened. Uh, in the future, I have to be careful. That's
Did
it.
did you narrate the story to your parents ever?
No, because if I narrate this incident to my parents, they would be like, okay, you should leave this career, because they are still tensed about my profession as an actor because of financial stability and all of that. And if on top of that ऊपर से ये भी बता दूंगी, then they will be like, no, this is not a right option. They will be more tense. I don't want to make them feel worried, because anyways I can't leave this profession. I cannot.
You cannot leave this profession because you
Of course,
like it, huh? Because you love it.
yeah,
It's not like, it's not like
because
you.
it's been many years I've been doing this, and suddenly I can't just say, oh, nahi karna hai काम.
No, it's time to switch.
Just because of a few people, because there are also good people in
Exactly,
this
I
industry.
think it's not a wise thing to say that you're gonna leave a particular job because people are stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so if they are stupid, it's their responsibility, and I think it was a very brave thing that you did, and the ability to also come up and speak about it means a lot. However, this is again an issue that everybody is facing, and I think it's high time that we all speak about such issues.
Yeah, true.
And when we speak about issues, we should also point out.
We don't speak.
Now,
Yeah.
what happened with this point out thing? Remember the Me Too campaign that just happened. What happens here is with such campaigns is a lot of false allegations are also levied on people.
Yeah.
So I think it is also time that the other sex takes up such issues responsibly, because this undermines the real issue. ठीक है, जो जिनके साथ सही में होता है प्रॉब्लम, उनको जस्टिस नहीं मिलता because people start taking undue advantage
And
of
then
such.
if we would narrate the story, then people would not believe in us.
Exactly. So I know these things happen. People face issues. बुरा होता है, लड़कों के साथ भी बुरा होता है, ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं होता.
I have heard from my friends that this thing has happened, but people laugh it off because they are men.
And again, it is not a war, है ना, कि कौन superior है या कौन नहीं है. We are actually striving for equality. So and I think we are just trying to understand issues, and because आजकल का trendy वो है कि people have become very anti-feminist. Now, feminism in itself talks and stands for equality. Right? उसे भूल के हम we are and apparently it has a long history. हम वहाँ पे बात नहीं करेंगे आज के podcast में. So what we are actually trying to speak is about your journey and about how you came out of the kind of atrocities that you faced, and where do you stand now. So after all of these issues have happened, अभी तुम कहाँ पे हो, and where do you see yourself?
Now I see myself to be a bit more of a confident person, because initially when this incident happened to me with someone who is famous, which I have never imagined that this person would. Yeah, he started giving hints that made me feel like, or maybe this one's something else. And what I do is I used to narrate those smaller incidents to my friend, that this just happened to me, and it started to haise and it suise and or something. I hope that person watches video. So then slowly that friend, he is also male friend, so I wanted to know from the male's perspective to make sure that I'm not overthinking. So when he says that what I have been thinking, then I'm like, I'm sure, okay, this person is a little
Creepy.
it's a little creepy. So initially when this thing happened, a little bit of a bigger incident when he actually he hugged me. As that was the time I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do? I'm not traumatized, but I'm just, why is he doing it? What am I supposed to do about this? I was just thinking with myself, and then later on I talked about this to my friend, and then so what he did, he texted that person and he said something that he said something, and then I got scared because we were about to work together. So if something happens, some clashes happens between us, then what about uh, the
Work.
show, the work we are about to do? But then but then he also asked for forgiveness, and then since then, uh, what I do is, if again he tries to do something to me, I I don't say it verbally that I don't like it. I just text him to please stay away from me. Okay, it's fine. I'm working with you professionally, but itna matlab you don't need to be as close. So
Yeah.
that's how
Mm.
I
Mm.
deal with it. Um, yeah, yeah, that's how I deal. It's not that I don't completely leave everything and leave that relationship also, because somewhere I feel like for the timing I need to work with this person for my growth, like as
Okay.
an actor. So I just keep some boundaries that okay, I can work with you, but you need to keep distance. Like, I make this thing clear to him, and he was like, okay. Although he's still not a good person, but most of the time he tries to stay away with me. He does try to get closer to me again, but that thing I have avoided. Like, I kept some distance, so I think that helped.
I understand. My heart actually goes out to you and
Because it's
all other women too, because this is not a very exclusive problem that you face. Every other women face such sort of issues, and we actually need to talk to the boys around. Every other mother, every other sister should be talking to their boyfriend, to their son, to their brother about how inappropriately touching somebody affects them. It's not a nice feeling that when somebody touches somebody without their consent, and sexuality works differently. It's not flashing a dick does not really turn on any other women. That's not how it works. So it is sad. Statistically, 33,707 rapes happened in 2013. Implies every 20 minutes a girl in India is being raped, and statistics are from NCRB. The figures have kept on growing. Abhi, I think it's around 17 minutes a girl in India is being raped. Every 17 minutes. Mm, it's staggering, and this is an issue that needs to be tackled very judiciously and properly. It starts with education.
Yeah.
That is what I believe. And यहाँ पे rapes happen because of a multiple reason है उसका, ठीक है, बहुत सारा reasons है. एक है power hierarchy, power dynamics दिखाने के लिए. एक किसी को वो निर्भया केस जो था 2012 का केस था वो.
Yeah.
So what happened is, there was a BBC documentary called India's Daughter, remember?
Yes.
India's
Yes.
Daughter, that the government had actually asked them to take away and ban. It's still banned.
Okay.
It's still banned. We can't see it, but I had access to that and downloaded from somewhere, और कहीं से मेरे को मिला था, मैंने देखा है उसे. तो वहाँ पे the culprits actually go on to say why did they do what they did.
Yeah,
And
I've heard. Even I recently, this rape happened in.
yeah, the
I
car
think it's the Nirbhaya.
नहीं, this RJ कार मेडिकल कॉलेज में जो इंसिडेंट हुआ था,
हाँ
ये
maybe.
रीसेंट केस है.
हाँ हाँ.
I did not really speak on that because I think अभी जो भी चल रहा है is very सबको लगता है कि ये हवा है, it's very trending and people want to make business out of it, which is
Yes.
again very मुझे बहुत गंदा लगा ये चीज़. So I don't usually talk on such issues. And I didn't want to talk about it at that, and especially in this point in time. If you check my Instagram feeds, I've been talking about rape and the kind of issues and how can we actually solve such issues previously. But yeah, ऐसा ही है. अभी हवा है, people will forget about this again, and then everything goes back to normal.
Yeah,
I think it's very politically also, uh, I think it is somewhere politically motivated that the entire thing got such a traction. I know what has happened to her is very bad. It should not happen to anybody. But what about the other girls जो ये face करते हैं every single day? It did not
Yeah.
stop. Rape did not
Yeah.
stop. No, जितना justice वो deserve करती हैं, उतना ही justice बाकी सब भी तो deserve करते हैं ना.
True.
So it's sad that we don't talk about such issues. एक दो case highlight होता है, and yes, I mean it's good that it gets the traction that it deserves, and now it needs to stop. It actually needs to stop, and yeah, I
It
mean,
will take time, because सबका mindset तो you can't change.
yeah, but maybe it starts with education.
It starts. We can start with education, but what about those men who
हाँ, तो
are
उनको
already-
लगता है, उनको जो निर्भया केस का जो विक्टिम्स था, वो कह रहे थे कि they did a service to the society by punishing her, because no good girl stays up
Late
or
night.
gets out of their house and late night and go for a movie and stuff. ऐसा नहीं होता. So they did, apparently society को एक favor किया उन लोगों ने
favor किया.
by teaching the girl a lesson. So there was no shame in them. ठीक है कि उन लोगों ने कुछ गलत किया. They still feel that they have actually done a favor to the society. So there are like different reasons why things happen. And why people really wanna do ये power dynamics है, like people wanted to touch you inappropriately because ये अभी वो they are at a superior power point, and they
exactly.
wanted to use that to justify or gratify their sexual urges.
And they also make us believe that they are good people, that they
हाँ.
touch girls because they are like they feel like they are, all the girls are like the daughters, and such person keep telling us that no, I just have a childish personality and it just happens and all of that. And at times we also start suspecting ourselves, like our thoughts that oh, maybe I'm overthinking, maybe मैं ही ज़्यादा, maybe that person is like that only, ऐसा type का.
Sad, huh?
Yeah.
Right, but tell us about how those are the kind of people that I think I need some water. Do you have the water? Yeah. Don't move because वो frame change होगा. वहाँ पे है क्या?
नहीं है बहुत है.
So what will it take to actually change this scenario? Like how, or will it ever change?
It will take time because
So you think it will change?
Because it's us who are not able to speak up for various reasons. Because at first we think that सिर्फ इतना ही किया है ना, if I set a boundary he would not do this, are you getting my point, right? Because those people who try to touch us inappropriately, they also try to play safe, that okay, अभी के लिए इतना ही करूँगी so that this person doesn't go away or speak up or do some Me Too movement, Yeah, are you getting my point?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But
like we the actors who are newly into this industry, we do complain, we do discuss a lot about such people amongst us, that this guy say but when that person is in front of us, we just forget everything. We're
Why?
like, because that's what I said now, okay, he has just touched in, he tried to touch inappropriately, but once you said no, he just went away, right?
Okay, they
so so
respected her.
so it's like, okay, fine, we can set a boundary and still work with him, because we need him to to get more opportunities, because he is in the pedestal.
ठीक है, see, if somebody is still respecting your boundaries, then I think he tried his luck and he respected your boundaries. That
So certain, but then again they, so yeah, like as of now,
they don't understand. Men usually fail
yeah,
to
they don't.
understand that no means a no, right? So what you're probably trying to say is, once you've said no, and he tried, then you started working with him, and then once you started talking and stuff again, he approached you again, he tried to
He
do.
did try
So
in again, then again, and I just reminded him that no means
exactly.
no.
So that is where men actually fail again. They don't understand that a no means no, and
Of course, he
sometimes
still doesn't understand.
just talking to somebody does not mean that she is interested in that person for sex.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He knows that we might not be interested, but still he will try.
एक बार
Yeah,
कोशिश
that's.
करके देख ही लेता, अगर
But
अगर अगर हो जाता तो मेरे लिए
so
बोनस है.
yeah.
This is the sort of mentality maybe that prevails. Who knows? I mean, yeah, we can't vouch on anybody's behalf. But yeah, thank you so much for sharing such insightful information. ये personal है more than insightful.
Wasn't.
Yeah, it is personal, and it was nice talking to you. It was very insightful into the industry, and it somehow also triggered the point or the pain point of how male does not males, a few of them, not all, but yeah, I mean, we can't vouch on any gender, generalize any genders per se, and how they fail to set boundaries and respect others. But I think education would be able to solve this, and
Not for them, of course. Education,
I think
education would not
it's
help them, but maybe the coming
the coming
generations.
generation, exactly. So we need to be more open about such discussions, and also normalize talking to each other. अभी भी हम ऐसे ही फील करता है कि if somebody is talking to you, इसका मतलब ये है कि वो she is interested in me, which is a problematic scenario again, right? I
Yeah,
think
sure.
if we actually talk on this issue, it will take we can talk
It
go
will take
on and
days,
on and
and
on. Yeah.
I can invite all of my female friends, and they will discuss their experience, what they had with that person.
I think we should do that. I am somebody who has always been interested in feministic issues, and yeah, I'd like to have a conversation
If they
regarding this.
wish to.
Yeah, yeah, sometime for sure. All right, then I think we will call it a day, and we will see you on the other side. Is there anything else that you'd like to add before going?
Even though there are bad people in not just in this profession, in this acting profession, but everywhere, you must still never lose hope, because there are both good and bad in this world. So we must also look into the positive sides, but at the same time be careful from those monsters.
Monsters,
So,
yeah.
but yeah, never lose hope, and
Keep
just
going
keep
on.
going.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
keep
Keep
going.
moving forward. You will find your mojo, and you will achieve what you are destined to. Right?
Yeah, true.
Lovely. Thank you so much. It was nice talking to you again. Seeing my student grow in front of me is a huge experience. So thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
being there.
much. Thank you
Yeah,
so
take
much.
care. Bye bye.